Hi, I'm Todd Severt. I am currently serving on Troy City Council as a City Council member at large. I've been serving in that capacity since 2018. I had previously had served on Troy City Council from 1995 to 1998. Chose to not run again when my children were born, and once my children became of age where they were graduating from high school, I re-entered the political arena and have the privilege of serving since, as I stated, 2018. I am the chairman of the Finance Committee, which involves putting together and adopting the budget. I also have served on a number of other committees. My prior experience in Troy is I'm a lifelong Trojan. I have been one of the preschool students at Overfield when it was at Overfield Tavern. I have a deep love for this city, probably originating from going to K's as a young child and transversing all over to J's to buy some candy. I put together my soapbox derby car at Station 1, where my father served as a firefighter for over 25 years. He also was an entrepreneur in Troy, owning Garden Gate Realty, which I inherited upon his death 2 years ago. So I have a real estate company, and I also have served as an attorney in the community since 1992. I reside in the community with my wife, Catherine, who is the juvenile court magistrate, my daughter, Hannah, and my son, Luke, who's in law school. I am choosing to run for the at-large council seat because it's the seat that I have served on and all of the times that I've served on council. I believe that I enjoy the accessibility of the entire community. I am involved, as I indicated, in a number of different organizations throughout the community, and therefore I felt that I was well suited to serve the entire area. And am honored and pleased to do so. As I indicated, I try to be accessible to anyone who wishes to come in the entire community. We started the at-large program where we have meet the at-large council members every quarter. We started that in 2017 and pleased to do so. I think it's really important that all the needs are represented, and I think if you go back and look at some of the council meetings or even the committee meetings, you'll find that I'm a strong advocate, sometimes for a position that is contrary to that of the administration, and I do believe that that is part of the role of council, is to serve as an advocate and a conduit to the community, irrespective of your socioeconomics, irrespective of your political affiliations. And I think that my record would speak for itself, that is something that is very important to me, to make sure that any issue that you have is brought to the appropriate conclusion. You may not always agree with the conclusion, but I would tell you we'll fight for you. I think the public engagement is probably the most important aspect of the decision-making process. I came across a book at an antique store recently, just about 2 weeks ago, from 1975, that was ironically put out by the Chamber of Commerce, and the title was Troy, Ohio, Where Civic Pride is Citywide. And I just found a lot of encouragement in that, growing up in that era, and reminding myself is how involved all the citizens felt at that time. And I think it's important that we re-instill that level of confidence. Social media obviously has an impact on that, but I can tell you we try to bring as much out to the community as possible and encourage as much input from the community at any time. Well, there's several different ways. Obviously, as a current council member, we have committee meetings every other Monday. as well as council meetings every Monday, and we receive a very involved packet. They're all available online. It will show all of the areas that the city is engaged in, from parks and recreation through zoning violations to police calls and firefighter calls. Also, Facebook is a very good source of information, sometimes misinformation, which we try to avoid or at least correct. But Facebook is available. I think most council meetings are covered. We do still have a newspaper in Troy, so we're one of the few communities that still has that, and I read that and subscribe to that daily, or when it's published. I think the most pressing issue in Troy right now is trying to put together a future of what we think Troy needs to look like. When I first served in the 90s, Carol Hastings used to say that we need to make our decisions based on what we want Troy to look like 25 years down the road. And I think that is extremely important as we look at issues like expanding the boundaries of Troy, development for residential as well as commercial purposes. Clearly, the viability of this town is going to be based upon being able to bring in people to the community, and part of that's going to have to be providing the appropriate level of amenities, whether that's through recreational activities, as well as businesses to provide economic support for those individuals. I don't really like to judge myself against other candidates, but I do think that I have a unique ability, both in my level of demeanor, that I try to treat everybody equally, and even if they would disagree with my position or I would disagree with them, I listen. Again, I could name a number of examples where perhaps there's been disagreements, but we've been able to communicate effectively. Also, I am an attorney. There is some advantage to that when you're looking at resolutions, when we're dealing in these types of issues. Not to say that you have to be a lawyer to be on city council, but I do think that my experiences would assist in that endeavor. It truly has been a pleasure to serve on Troy City Council, both in the 90s and now. When I say that Troy is very meaningful to me, I truly comes from the heart. As I indicated, this is my hometown. When I was in college, my fraternity house had a subscription to the Troy Daily News. All my fraternity brothers followed the 1986 football team. There is truly, I'm sure a lot of people care, but the Trojan spirit is important to me. We need to continue to have the Trojan spirit in our community, and we continue to succeed, bring in new people, embrace the old people, and well, maybe not embrace the old people, but embrace the old styles of Troy, and keep moving forward. Thank you.